What's happening to YouTube? Full ass speaks back, man. Listen, it's easy to just kick the crap out of the Chicago Sky because they down, and they keep losing. So they go to 0-4 now, I believe, or is it 5? I'm not sure. One of you brothers can let me know, brothers and sisters. So I'm gonna try to be positive about this one here. All right, so the Chicago Sky, as we get more and more to into these games, even though they're losses, they're kind of looking a little bit better. On a positive note, yesterday, you talking about 25 assists as a team on, I think it was about maybe 70-some shots, 71 shots, 25 assists. That's not the worst. They out-rebounded, the Phoenix Mercury. The turnovers, they lost the turnover battle 19-11. Out-rebounded them. Did not concede a whole lot of points off the turnovers, but the game was still lost, right? This is the problem. It could have easily been won. Also, another positive thing, all 5 starters were in double figures, okay? We also had an Ariel Atkins arrival. She finally arrived to the team. More shots today, more shot selections, was very efficient, scored 21 points. So these are the positives that you take away. The team may be getting closer to finding an identity. Maybe getting closer to finding an identity, but it's still not there. This is a game where they allowed the Phoenix Mercury to come in there and play stupid ass ball. Phoenix Mercury played stupid ball. Okay, they shot 40 damn 3-pointers, but they were able to make 40% of them. So when that happens, a team can be hard to beat, especially, when Chicago just, I mean, they kind of let Alyssa Thomas dominate the game a bit, right? This is what upset me, kinda, was listening to Tyler Marsh afterwards. You could tell Tyler Marsh is a firm believer that games are won and lost at the 3-point line. You can tell by the plays that they call. You can probably tell by the stuff they run, what they do, and then the way he answered the question that they asked about, like, kind of what happened. And that's what he brings up. 3-point shot, and they were making their threes. We were missing. There's more to it than that, right? There's an aspect of it that happens. It's like how the 3-pointers happen. It's not so much the fact that they were making them. No, they're making them is true, but Alyssa Thomas was getting way too much penetration and able to kick out. Same thing with some of the other players that they had. There were so many instances where 3-point shooters were wide open and just missing. So the defense, there's a lot of problems with the defense, man. And man, listen, I'm not gonna do all that today. I'm gonna say that they're getting better incrementally. It just hasn't led to a win yet, which is disappointing because that game was extremely winnable. You're talking about the second team in a row that the Chicago Sky faced that is underhanded. Okay, what happens when you face the Sparks and there's a Rakia Jackson there? What happens when you face the Mercury and they have Khalid Copper? What happens? The same Khalid Copper who lit us up last year for 30 in Chicago. Like, what? Then what? The problem I think I had, for the most part, with the offense was a big part of why we had the lead. Chicago was because Ariel Atkins finally showed up. Okay, she was great from the floor. Her mid-range was impeccable from the floor, doing her thing. But somehow, when the game started to get tough, before I even get to that, this is what gets to me. When you look at the number of minutes Vandersloot gets versus the number of minutes Ariel Atkins gets, even though a game where Ariel Atkins is clearly hot, she's onto something. Vandersloot is still getting the most minutes on the team. Vandersloot has the highest usage rate, one of the highest usage rates in the entire league, and she's 36 years old. What is the deal with that? Why does he feel like he can't function without Vandersloot? A player who really should at best, probably at this point in her career, be coming off the bench. Why is this the player that he's relying on when the offense is stalling to go get a bucket? Especially on a day where you have Ariel Atkins hot. Why is there like this leash seems to be on Ariel Atkins? Because I recall there was a point in the third quarter where Ariel Atkins took a couple of bad shots. She just gets pulled immediately. Whereas Vandersloot can take 1,000 bad shots and still get minutes. And then when he replaces, all right, so there's a 12-point lead that was later conceded. The Mercury are making a run unless the Thomas is dishing, she's driving, all of these types of things are happening. The 3 points are falling, right? The 3-pointers are falling. He goes to make an adjustment. The one he takes out is Ariel Atkins to replace with Rachel Banham. Tyler, what are we going to do with that, bro? What are we going to do with that? What is this belief in Rachel Banham about? What has she done to earn these minutes? You know, man. And obviously, of course, HVL wasn't available again. I hope that that's not that serious. But 2 games already for an ankle? Maybe they're just being cautious. I don't know. I don't know. All right, so I'm just going to go straight to the good thing is Chicago Sky has the Dallas Wings coming up. 2 games, I believe, 2 games against them. That's good. Dallas Wings, who I'm about to talk about in a minute on another video, probably after this one. But a team that's beatable. You know, Dallas got their first win yesterday. Looked really good. And it was a convincing win, you know, against the Connecticut Sun. So that was good for them. Paige Beckers was spectacular in that game. And so were Isaiah James. So was Maddie Siegrist. You know, a number of their players in that game. I don't know. Right now, going into the game, at least Chicago's playing the best they've looked. But so has Dallas. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with that one. I would have liked to have been able to say that both teams are going in, you know, in their best form. But, you know, Chicago, a game that they should have won by 15, they ended up losing by 5. And like, man, is this coach going to make it? This is the question. Is he going to make it? You know, and of course I didn't mention Angel Reese played a very good game. Another double-double. I believe she's 13 to 15 today. She was dishing out some beautiful dimes, man, yesterday. Many of which were just not converted properly, unfortunately. But I'm glad that they haven't completely moved away from Angel Reese put in the position to play make, because she is good at it, right? Very underrated part of her game that should be explored, that should be developed, you know, nourished. And I like that. Nurtured, rather, is the word I was looking for. And I like that. So good game by Angel yesterday. Camilla was solid as well. Like I said, all the starters were in double figures, which I believe was the first time that happened this season, if I'm not mistaken. Kia Nurse played a better game. Vandersloot, for the most part, was solid on offense. So, tell me what y'all think about that game, man. That's all I got. I'm not trying to just go in and on, because it could go on forever. So, I get with y'all next video. Peace.